listen to me and
Yeah,
not
it's a big
speak
difference.
word. I am your father, and you, boy, are not yourself. You are too quick to temper. You are rash,
The
insubordinate, and
SSD
out
doesn't
of
affect that.
control.
It just affects the
This
load
will
times in between,
stand. You will
like in the
honor
realm
your
travel
mother
room and stuff.
And abandon this path you have chosen. It is not too late. This discussion is far from over. We are here.
Yeah, if you like
boy.
open world games, do you like Souls games?
Never forget that.
It's like Elden Ring. They haven't shown a lot of it, but the fact that it's gonna be made by Miyazaki, who did all Souls games, and it's written by George R.R. Martin, it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be an open world Souls game, the largest open world Souls game, well, the only open world Souls game, and the largest game that FromSoft's ever made. Yeah, I play a lot of games like that too. New Assassin's Creed, stuff like that.
Wow, it's cold. This is hell?
Not just hell. Worst place in hell you could have put us.
I see a ship.
Get us there. It only takes us halfway to.
Yeah, George R.R. Martin's the one who
At least it
wrote
gets
Game
us
of
far
Thrones.
from here. For 1,000 mortal lifetimes, the Bridgekeeper kept the living out of this place.
He's actually writing a video
Now
game.
that you've ripped his heart out, here we are. Funny how it all comes around.
He should pay for what he said about Mother.
Boy.
Find it difficult to play the classics now.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, it's hard to go backwards graphics wise. It's like graphics wise, mechanics wise. Like we're in the age of games right now. Like this is like right now is the best time for games. Graphics are at an all-time high. Mechanics, everything is made to be insane. It's not just people putting out new games, it's people putting out games and fighting for the best games, which is beautiful. But oh no, he's stuck in the wall. How did you get stuck in the wall? Shoot him, boy. Want to try new Devil May Cry? I've been thinking about playing that. I haven't played it yet, and it looks really good. I have a hard time playing like hack and slash type games for a extended period of time. But that's definitely one that I do want to play. Been waiting to get it. I just bought Monster Hunter World yesterday. That's been interesting. I just didn't want to. It wasn't a $60 game for me. They got it on sale right now for 20 bucks, so
Was me.
figured now's a good time to buy it.
But we're gods.
I'll probably do the same thing with Devil May Cry 5.
Never we.
Wait till I can get a deal on it.
Turn away, boy.
Hack and slash just means it's more of like a classic controls type to where
Wasn't me.
your attacks are on like
I couldn't have.
square and triangle.
Not dwell on those thoughts. Not here.
Everything is real, like super quick action.
We must keep moving.
Like Devil May Cry and like the old God of War games are like pure hack and slash. Hack and slash is just the way the game is played. It's more of a lot of enemies with less health that you just hack and slash your way through. That's all. Crash Team Racing?
Ed,
Say, I'm waiting
was that?
for
Not just the old and sick come to Helheim, so do the criminals.
like September.
Hell must not
September is
draw
going to be a
distinction
good,
between us and
good
those whom
month.
these visions are meant to
The
torture.
Surge 2 is coming out.
how do we stop it?
Escape hell as soon as possible.
I'm not gonna let it bother me. Like you said, Mimir, it was just an illusion.
Code Vein. Code Vein's coming out.
No.
That one's going to be awesome.
But it is who you have become of late.
Played the network test for that one
I know
and
I
loved
gotta
it.
send it, but I'll get us out.
Absolutely loved it.
Whoever I am.
I
like
will get
super
us
anime
out.
souls.
You will follow orders.
But maybe that's not who I am.
It had better be.
Yeah, there's going to be a
Now let
lot
me
of
focus.
good games coming out. This like fall into winter. Yeah, I mean, any game that you're gonna buy, like I'll take recommendations from people, but I always look into it first. Always do. Like what was it? The Last of Us. I'd never played The Last of Us. Somebody recommended it, then I went and started looking at it. Ended up deciding that might be something that I liked, and I loved it. It was a great game. But yeah, I definitely won't just like, I won't just go buy something and play it just because somebody said, yeah, it's good. Like Witcher 3,
Don't
Witcher
need to
3 I
hurry.
didn't enjoy. I didn't like the
Let
mechanics.
me think.
I did play it. I think I still even have it. I might have it, or my nephew might have it. I think he actually has it. I played it a little bit. I just couldn't get into it. That's how it is. Some games you do, some games you don't. Everybody's got different styles, man.
So, I can't feel my fingers.
Maybe both wind flaps need to be filled?
Yeah, see, I'm the same way. I like to play everything on hard. But if I'm unsure, so like this one I didn't play on Gimme God of War first playthrough, and I'm glad I didn't, because it's very hard for a first playthrough. So I played it on Gimme a Challenge. It was tough. Once I started getting used to it, then I started playing on Gimme God of War. But yeah, initially, I think if I would have started on Gimme God of War, it would have been the same thing. I would have had a bad time and would have ended up just restarting on a different level. The only reason that I didn't start on it was because I was watching somebody else's stream. And they were getting ready to start playing. I think it was Lobos, actually. I was watching. He was getting ready to start playing it. I didn't want spoilers, but the last thing he said was something about Gimme God of War. He had tried it on that, and he was restarting it on Gimme a Challenge. And for him to do that, that was a big reference point for me. I went, nah, I'll start a little bit lower. See how it is. If it was going to be too easy, then I could move it up, but it was very enjoyable on Challenge. But now it's to the point that I played it so many times on Gimme God of War that playing anything below it feels like I'm cheating. Health bar is huge. Yeah, I got... This set has decent amount of vitality. I guess it's good. It's got okay strength, but it's got really high defense, vitality, and luck. A lot of luck. Yeah, this is on New Game Plus.
Wait. I think I see one.
Luck is good for like perks. Like like say this one. This enchantment has a very low perk activation chance to get resistance and protection. But the higher your luck is, the better chance you have of getting procs from either this or certain talismans, the handles, things like that. Yeah, this set definitely lacks in runic because it has 0. If I remember correctly. Doesn't have any runic. But, like I said, I make up for that a little bit with the talisman and enchantments, which is fine.
No, I would never
Stay out of sight.
You had no right.
Now, I say this one's actually not
Your mother. You had no right, Rich.
not very high stats wise.
I can't smell. I can't even feel the temperature.
You can get them
This room.
much higher.
Feasting, drinking, women. It's all gone.
You never
God.
feel pain again.
But
Death.
honestly, if you have a good setup going into New Game Plus,
You would rather die.
New Game Plus can almost be a little bit easier
Yes.
because you get to start with better enchantments at all.
Please take it away.
like that.
That pommels, grips, everything. So
Come on. No. Yeah. I won't.
it just allows you to stay a little bit more even with them level wise. Like on a standard run through,
Promise, trust me, I know how to.
the enemies will level up faster than you can, but they max out at 9 on here.
Do it! Do
Not soon, one day.
Come on!
Yeah, if you can get through it on Gimme God of War on your first playthrough, everything will be much easier. New Game Plus, I guarantee you'll have a easier and probably better time with New Game Plus. I think the biggest thing that makes New Game Plus harder at certain points is the enemy change. Enemies are still the same, but there's a lot more of like the exploding draugrs, ton more of those. Things explode a lot more, And the Valkyries get different movesets.
What you did to me. What you did to me!
But other than that, personally, I feel it's a little bit easier. Yeah, that's a big thing with like first playthroughs too, is doing side areas, doing like the missions for Rock and Sindri. They end up giving you probably some of the best stuff in the game. He's crying. Have a good mic. Yeah, I got a decent mic. It's nice. I like it.
Freya is his mother. Why did you keep this from us, Head?
Would you believe it slipped my mind?
I would not.
I'm at a loss. I assure you have no reason to keep such a thing a secret.
There's the boat. We will speak more of this.
Ending up not helping the dragon. See, some of the dragons too, they give you good stuff. If you help out the dragons, you get good stuff from there. You get, like I said, Brock and Sindri, their favors. Those side quests, they give you good stuff. A lot of the best stuff that you get in the game, you do not get on the storyline. Actually, yeah, the best stuff in the game, definitely not on the storyline. It's all side areas. Niflheim, Muspelheim, Brock and Sindri. Those are the best ways to get good gear. Once you start getting good gear, the game gets better. Also on a first playthrough, there's a lot to get used to skills wise, what skills you want to get, what you don't want to get, remembering to use them. I did that a lot on my first playthrough. I'd get skills and then completely forget about them until like hours later. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could use that. Oh, the goddamn revenants. Where were you? At which point? Because they're in a few different points of the game. I'm talking about like, oh yeah, you're talking about Fafnir. Fafnir's probably one of the harder ones. They come out of those big black portals. Yeah, it's a pain. Doink. Doink. Whee!
Such chaos. I will have much to do after I kill.
Yeah, you can actually use the electricity to
We must hurry.
shock the revenants and the hammer dudes. Because it'll definitely shock them too. So you can use that. I think the hardest part is getting the revenant out of there quickly. I go straight for the revenant first. Try to get her dead. And then the other two, they'll keep regenerating their health, but you can work on them like one at a time. Get them split up. But it's just focusing on her and making sure you shoot her before you hit her. Otherwise, you do no damage. It's mostly based on luck. Which part? Them getting hit by lightning? Now you can, if you watch, you'll see the ground. It'll get like a circle where it kind of flutters. You can just either lead him into the circles or go in the middle where the dragon will shoot it straight up the middle and kind of hang out there and wait for it to start and then jump off to the side. But it's one of those things. That one's rough. The Fafnir dragon it's a rough one. Yeah, believe me, you were not the only one that had trouble on that one. I knew you were popping up somewhere. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's close. You gotta, it's one of those two, you gotta be able to recognize which attack the dragon's doing, whether it's gonna be the ground attack or the line down the middle, which can be tough. It takes a while to get used to it, and like I said, doing it the first time on Gimme God of War, it's hard. It's ridiculous.
Not entirely sure this is seaworthy.
She will do.
Yeah, they do the triple wave. Yeah, that'll mess you up.
Give me space to work.
What can I do?
You have done enough.
The sails are intact.
Yeah, man, if you haven't played it in like quite a while,
Great. Just bear in mind
And you're
this
thinking
boat
about
can
going
only
back
take
and
us
playing it,
half of the way.
go
Tyr's
back and
temple is near the top of a tremendous
back and
waterfall, which
play it on
sadly, we
challenge.
have downstream. That means even if we get there intact, we'd
so
still need
play
to
through it
sail
on
up
challenge
the
first. You'll get
waterfall
used to more of the stuff,
The Vanir built
and then
the
if you want to go
greatest
back
ship that
and
ever
go to
was
your
in
get your Gimme God of War save will be there.
East Bothnia? Yeah.
It's not going
because
anywhere.
it was designed to fly. This was not.
Nevertheless, this is the boat we have.
So if not, just play it that way. You have to get used to the punishment.
Biggest iceberg I've ever seen.
At least the fire's making heat. What now?
yeah, they start doing all that at the same time. They'll stun lock you.
Chopping it? So now the sails are loose?
Yeah, it can happen
Just
very
watch.
easily, especially if you get frozen. If they build up frost on you, oh my god, it's rough. You get so slow. Oh, I'm waiting for the damn thing. Like a moron.
They're pulling the sails down? But how are they gonna get
Bring around the Rosie. Yeah.
We're floating! The heat from the fire! We're actually floating! And we're stuck.
Yeah, the
Not
the
for
hammer
long.
guys aren't
Stay with the boat.
too bad once you figure out
We just made a huge skyline.
like what their moves are gonna be. Because they end up having unblockable ones that you forget about, and then you're like, boop, you get smashed by it, and you're screwed. Yeah, that's a good one. The old cleave. Yep. So you can always, you can glitch it to where you can use both at the same time. There you go.
Our ship's lodged on this bridge. Sure I can't help?
I said stay on the boat.
Staying on the boat. That did it! Look!
Wait for me there.
Dun, 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 dun. Here's where the boy becomes a man.
Atreus,
Voice crack percent.
I can help?
together now.
Yeah, being able to shoot their crap back at him. It's beautiful. There's also a talisman that makes that
We did it!
super easy.
We're free!
It's also on one of the side parts. The I probably sold it on this one, but you can turn it into an enchantment on here, but it's there's a talisman that does this same thing right here. The golden talisman of protection. Yeah, increases your block and then makes your parry windows huge. Huge, like you can block and it'll still parry right now.
Face me, father. It is time to end this.
Yes, my son. It is time.
It's that voice again.
Yeah, see, that's
Do you know who
another
that is?
little trick too, especially early on. If you headshot stuff with the R1, a lot of the Draugr, it will spin them around to where they'll have their back facing you, and then you can do that and it will stun them.
Hold on.
Like that.
Stay there! Dousing the fire! Starboard!
Yeah, juggling can't help. For sure.
Port side!
Harpoon! I will free us.
The Olympics.
We're free!
Dun 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 dun.
Ed, how long before we reach the temple?
Yeah, freezing.
As long as we maintain this speed and those fires don't go out, we should be there in no time, lad.
But yeah, there's number 2.
Put out the fire! Left hand side! I mean, one side! The fire's out! One side! I'm not ready! Fire's out! Starboard! Hit that ring! Fire's out! Starboard! On your left!
Watch your right!
Yeah. Love the chain grabby ability. Yeah. I use that quite a bit actually. Bye.
I'm not ready!
I'll use it. Show you my favorite move with it. It's a good juggle move.
Mimir, how's the fire staying lit?
Would you believe magic?
Or those blades?
Dun, 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 dun. got stuck. Yes. Comes the big guy.
Stopped again!
Wow, the boat's been harpooned.
Father, don't step out onto the bow. It'll break off.
We need to lose that harpoon.
Bye. Oh yeah, that's just L2 and R1. You just don't hit anything afterwards. You just tap them. What I was doing was holding it. And then it lets you stick it and explode. Yeah, you're talking about the one that pulls it in and shield break them, or you hit them with the shield. I know what you're talking about. That's just the regular one, yeah. Yup.
It is time, my son. Look around at what you have done.
Yeah, the one where it drags it towards you and then you smash him with your shield. Or you're talking about grapple. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about a runic attack. I know exactly which one you're talking about. That's the one I use for
Come on,
for
we
fighting
gotta go.
Valkyries.
You saw.
There's no time. Look.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like basic skills. It's a runic attack. Does the double chains and you slam into them.
Jump.
Yeah, it's actually the most damaging runic attack. Does insane damage. It's my favorite, actually.
That was your plan? You're both cracked.
We are leaving this realm.
Yeah, that one.
Now.
That's the one you're talking about.
Our way back. this is where Odin brought all his best clues about Jotunheim.
Yeah, I'll use that one for a while. Thanks for the follow, NJ.
What is
I
this?
appreciate it.
This is
I do,
Odin's.
I do.
I'd recognise his atrocious taste anywhere.
Look at that! It's the missing panel about Tyr. Odin must have stolen it. But why?
He always has his reasons. Might I have a look? Well, this is most unexpected.
Why? What does it mean?
Almost 6 a.m.
Obvious. Isn't
Where
it
uh,
unexpected?
where are you at?
Look, clearly that's Tyr. Traveling somehow.
I get a lot of people in here that are 6 hours ahead of me. Norway, stuff like that.
What's that to do with the giants? They should devote a shrine to it. I'm afraid that is none too clear.
I do normally stream earlier than
What are
this.
those runes in the corner?
This was just a very late day
Not
for me.
runes, symbols from different lands. They mean
Serbia. Nice.
Aye.
How do you...
This one I know too well.
Oh.
Very nice.
His eyes, they are jewels. Like yours.
No doubt signifying the gift of sight the giants granted us. Give me a closer look. Interesting. Very interesting.
What is that?
Secret plans concealed by Tyr so none could access but him. And those few others the giants trusted. And right under Odin's nose, ho ho ho! I did promise I'd get you to Jotunheim.
What do you mean, Head? You said we were out of options.
I actually haven't played
Don't
any
you
of the
see,
DLC
brother?
for Assassin's
Odin
Creed.
never gave up hope, and neither should we. He knew there was a
I
clue
maxed out the
here,
main
but
game and
we
I
are the
haven't gone
ones
back
who
and played the
found
DLC yet.
These plans
I'd
are
like
the
to.
key
I haven't played it in a
some
while.
chamber Tyr's kept hidden. I don't know where it's leading or what we'll find, but it's a path.
How do we make this key?
I suggest we ask a dwarf.
I had a level 50 and then I heard that they moved max
That
up to
symbol
I
on the
think
temple
70,
door.
something like
It's a
that,
bunch
60
of
or
runes
70.
together.
But I haven't played
Peace,
then.
Unity, hope, other
85.
things too.
Tyr's
Jesus.
own design. He
Yeah.
made this door
Yeah, I was a
himself.
50. Pirate suit. I'm trying to remember what I used. I was using daggers, poison daggers. Can't remember which one. Using poison and fire a lot. The max is 99 now. Jesus. Yeah, I got a lot more work to do there. Oh, I got so many things to play right now. Still gotta finish up Daughters of Ash. Do this. Think what else I was gonna play. I'm gonna have to put that on my list because, yeah. I was actually using that for a while. I had it as like my secondary and I was still using the daggers
You
as my primary.
saw.
I don't know if they still allow that to happen, but
I didn't see anything.
yeah, having it on as my second,
See me with
I could
someone.
still use the daggers at a quarter health and get the damage. It was fun.
What old man? Can we go?
That's why I like going and fighting the. Can't remember what they were called. There was the Cyclops and like the Taurus, or the not the Taurus.
All right, let's get back to
the Minotaur.
Midgard and see about making that key. Where's that dwarf?
Okay. Now we can go do all the dragons. I think here. Yeah, we'll go back to Midgard.
Marrowhead, why did you not tell us Baldur is the son of Freya?
He is!
Yeah, I'm way behind
It's
on that game.
shocking every time I hear it, and yet obviously I know it. When I think about Baldur and Freya...
Mimir?
Yes, lad.
Freya.
How's that, brother?
That's, I'm pretty sure I was playing on
Tell me
Nightmare.
Baldur's vulnerability.
Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Wait, what is happening?
He is bewitched not to speak of what he knows.
I am? That's it, precisely. I wonder how long that's been so. Since she had my head at her mercy, or back when I figured out Baldur's weakness.
Mimir,
Yes, lad?
you just said you figured out Baldur's weakness.
Did I? But Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Enough. This means there... Can you make it?
Is it a weapon? Armor? Or likewise an instrument of war, of which I'm a master at shaping? No? Then forget it. Even if I wanted to make such an insignificant gewgaw, I'm liable to chink my tools working on something so delicate and ladylike.
Then shingle it. Pattern weld the item with scap slag. Keep the layers thin. Alternate the overlay.
Okay.
I can't remember what I ended with.
And where
I
do
know I
you
used a lot
propose
of
to find
lot of
a
assassin damage and
performance
some warrior.
Last time I saw one, I could still get rigid down south.
I tried a lot of different things on there.
Shut your mouth. Is that... Where did you...
I had to get my hands dirty.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's do this.
What? You? You're fine with working on something that's not a weapon?
Oh, hell, why not? What?
Why not?
I can grow too.
Oh, watch the spine. Keep your wrist loose.
No, you keep your wrist loose. Yeah, I need more heat here.
Coming up. You gonna temper that steel longer?
You don't need to. I triple quenched it with Drago oil. See?
How inventive. And sanitary. You clever little beaver. Never too late to learn a new trick, is it?
No, it's not. There.
Here it is.
Nope. Don't forget this.
Yeah, I never played Origins.
Oh, quit your grinning. It's downright unsettling.
I hadn't played any Assassin's Creed.
It feels nice to see
Before
you again,
Odyssey, it was...
But now the rune on your brain looks
As if reforging something what broke.
different. I knew it. You two love each other.
Oh, cut
Trying to
it out,
remember.
Princess, you're gonna get me all weak.
It was before Black Flag, I think.
like when you went better. Don't you?
We have work to do.
It had been a while, that was for sure.
No. My brother and me got a new
Yeah.
project. Now that we're on speaking terms.
That's what we're looking for here.
What do you want?
Coden's Guard.
With the whetstone and hammer you've retrieved for us, Brock and I can construct the Dvegrathikar, dwarven armor of legend.
We just need 3 more mythical ingredients before we set to hammer.
Which are...
Dunno. Armor's pure legend, and the details is fuzzier than a wolver's butthole.
You expect us to find parts from a legend.
Oh, Motsugnir the Dwarf King found 2 of them. Everyone knows that. But when he went looking for the third,
Poof.
Yeah, it's hard to go back on games like that.
Maybe you'll find some clues at his stronghold in Konunsgard.
and looky here, a Conan-scarred entry stone. It's got your name on it. How fucking strange.
Let's say, what is Sindri grinding back there? Because there was nothing in his hands.
The Svartalfheim Realm Tower.
Large stone structure, creepy atmosphere. You'll know it when you see it. The Huldra brothers, back in action again. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait to get
Let's
started.
go.
Never think I'd see such a day we was back to
Actually, we'll go
building as a
do
duo.
new
But it feels
do Fafnir first. The one you were talking about, dragons wise.
Now we just need to figure out what door this key opens. It has to be somewhere around the temple.
That's another game I haven't played any of the new ones. I think the last Uncharted I played
Right. Now that we've got the
was
key, we can open that big door anytime we want. Let's explore.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. Trying to remember.
Mimir, why did you say Tyr felt responsible for what Odin did to the giants?
There was an incident shortly after the forging of Mjolnir, when Tyr arranged a diplomatic meeting between Odin and the giant kings. Well, this was when the Long War was young, when victory was still a thing dreamed of, and the Jotnar might have tipped the balance between Aesir and Vanir. Odin had persuaded Tyr that the hammer was merely a deterrent, a means to broker peace from a position of strength.
Might have been
Tyr
3.
was hopeful to
The one
convince
after.
all parties they would prosper
But I played
best
Horizon.
in
I
peace.
actually just
He knew
finished
the giants were deeply concerned about the hammer. A super
last week,
weapon
actually,
hands they did not
doing
trust,
a full playthrough
but
of
they trusted Tyr.
Horizon.
But I can just tell you this story later.
Yeah, I finished the DLC there last weekend, I believe.
Fafnir. I always wondered what became of him.
Wait, Fafnir? Like, Fafnir's storeroom Fafnir?
The very one.
But Sindri said he was a dwarf.
He was. Now he's a dragon. Light works, isn't it?
How did your friend become a dragon, Mimir?
Oh, he's no friend of mine. His throat was a constant source of annoyance amongst the Aesir and Vanir alike. Trust the recently liberated one. No one deserves to be held captive like this. Greedy little dwarf come dragon.
Never answered the boy's question then. How did this dwarf become a dragon?
I don't know for certain, though I'd wager his penchant for stealing magical artifacts had something to do with it. He must have stolen the trinket from the wrong Vanir goddess.
Now I was saying, for Horizon, I just did a full playthrough of Horizon last week. Yeah. Does it have difficulty levels? Yeah. Yeah, it's got quite a few of them, actually. Oh man, if you like the games that you're talking about that you like, you would enjoy Horizon. For sure. They had, I don't know if it's still on sale. They just had it on just had it on sale. The complete edition was $9.99, DLC, extra, everything. I mean, it's still only 20 bucks regular, but maybe, well, you're in Serbia, so I don't know. They did have it though. Oh, if you got it, yeah, I would definitely play it. It's a great game. Great game. Yep, missed him with it. Oh, I'm in the corner. There we go.
Time to set him free. Think he'll remember you?
No, lad. A lot's changed since we last crossed paths. I had legs.
Is a US account? Nice. Smart. I gotta get that stuff. Come on. Come on, dragon.
I felt that one.
Where are you?
Look out behind you. Yeah, I would definitely go back and get the blades, level up a little bit. You can come here real early. If you come here early, this place is a nightmare. Like, absolute nightmare.
Sir,
But it does give you a really good enchantment. Even on standard new game, this is a really good enchantment.
There you go, you wee little bugger.
Wee little bugger.
Well, the dragon hasn't done much for his personality.
Bye, Fafnir. Only thing that was left was to defeat those guys. Oh, what? These ones here? The last ones? I gotcha, I gotcha. Yeah, they're rough. Farkin' rough.
Here, boy.
Ah, I was wondering about it.
Like the Bluetooth logo. I mean, hell, if you already freed him, I don't even worry about coming back here. All right, here, go to Vithregard. Need a realm travel over there.
I'm glad Brock and Sindri were able to work out the differences.
Now they are twice as irritating.
Need to open this one
I
anyway
think
and
it's nice to see them
get the
trust each
treasure
other.
over here.
Guess we're doing this.
Yep. Aggroed him. Stop with the kneecapping, buddy. Don't you stop it. Stop it. Oh, what is going on? What's happening right now? Dude, what the hell just happened? I'm falling. I died. What? What the fuck just happened? I just died to gravity. And he's still alive. Super.
Prepare yourself.
And that hit me somehow. Okay. Thank you.
Have you considered a tactical retreat?
Throw rocks at your nuts. Rock to the dick. Okay, I think we're good now. Be right back. All right. That was messed up. Something's really buggy over here. That first thing shouldn't even have hit me. Weird. Just plain weird. Okay. Well, let's go unlock up here. So we at least have the Valkyrie chamber later. I've only had that clipping thing happen one other time, and it was on the boat in Helheim. I do have a clip of that.
Hopefully you'll find some clues about the three
That was strange,
legendary
though.
ingredients inside the stronghold.
Treasure.
Buried treasure. All right.
And we'll have one more treasure up here. So sploshy down here. Treasure.
What is this place?
There you are.
Ah, could it be? The Eight Thrones.
Stop being coy. Do you know this place or not?
Mimir, the smartest man alive. I know many things.
Well, whatever this place is, it looks important.
To who? There is little of value here.
Yeah. Vice God.
Hey, if I'm a god, maybe I can fly.
No, no! Gods too must stay on the path. I promise you.
I'm confused. I always heard that Baldur's mother was Frigg.
Aye, Frigg. Well, that's more of a pet name, you see. It means beloved. Something Odin called Freya after they wed. Out of affection at first, so I like to believe. As things turned sour, it became a way to manipulate the truth. Odin didn't want Freya, a Vanir goddess, getting credit for anything in Asgard. So anything worthy she accomplished was attributed to Frigg.
Like being Baldur's mother.
That's right. Freya was Baldur's mother all along.
Hey, failers. Oh god, you're all explodey boys, huh? That's cool. Come over here. To the water! Whee! Dun, 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 dun. Get him, Axe. Get him. Get him. Get him. Where you at, wormy worm? Oh, you're coming.
Atreus, to me.
Okay, coming. I bet there's more where those came from.
Do 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 do. Fist meat hole.
Watch out for the dragon breath.
I am aware of it, boy.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
A chained dragon? Mother used to tell me stories. Can we help him?
This dragon is dangerous.
I guess so. But it sounds so sad.
Sure, it's sad from all the roaring and fire breathing, lad.
The dragon shrine. Mother had a story about three chained dragons. The shrine must be related.
Three rings on the pedestal.
We gotta find the other two and free them.
Does not concern us.
Who knows it? Maybe Mother would have wanted. And it just seems right.
Guard your emotions, boy. Your enemies will not hesitate to use them against you.
Yes, sir. A little easier than I thought.
Where did
This
he?
must have been a small settlement.
You're back.
Good. You said it'd be dangerous to destroy the other ones.
It was your mother's wish. You are too eager, boy. It may attack us. We will be forced to kill it.
Oh. Which one? I'll be ready.
We'll see.
Whee! Feel like he's running. Yeah, he does. His sprint slows down. That's actually why, like, if you watch any speed runs, this is how we run. We do agile strike running. So regular running is 30% slower. Yeah, he only runs fast for probably the first 2 seconds. Right around there.
I guess this actually was a... Almost ready. After it.
Yeah, agile strike running is... it's a skill that you actually get right here. It's meant to be just a forward evade and punch kind of thing. It's like if you're barehanded, you can dodge and kind of punch at the same time. Or if you throw. But if you're barehanded and you aim at the same time, hold forward, and then just dodge punch. Then you can run with it. Yeah, if you ever watch a speedrun, you'll see a lot of that. Lot of it. Not to mention, if you have the right set on and the right enchantments, the punches on that do a lot of damage. You can punch straight through stuff like it's not even there. But if you have max speed, it doesn't matter. Even if you got the enchantments that make you run faster, it speeds up the running by like, yeah, not even a percent. Like they're completely worthless. I've done tons and tons of tests across the entire Tears Bridge, from door to door across the bridge, and just flat out running with the enchantment on for the increased speed is 7 seconds slower than doing Agile Strike. So yeah, over the course of a 4-hour run, it saves a decent amount of time. What's my PB? Depends on the category for it.
Enemies. Should we attack?
But like my fastest is on the NG plus standard. NG plus standard any percent is 3 hours, 58 minutes and something like that. All of them? Here, hold on. I'll give you most of them in one shot. There you go. Birdie. Treasure.
Okay, that's going in the journal. And the other. This should be easy to solve now.
Yeah, they all have cutscene skips in them. That way. Yep.
What do they say, boy?
True.
What glitches? There are very few glitches.
So they still had faith in
And
their
most
king?
of them aren't even real
Definitely got
glitches.
so many of
There's a
them.
way you can skip some
There's a
dialogue
command
from
to
Freya.
have faith despite his failures.
Trying to think. Yeah, you can do a dialogue skip for Freya. And in the realm travel room, you can do checkpoint restarts for some of them to speed up the realm travel room. Other than that, there's not really any glitches.
Here, boy. Another one.
Scotty. Mother liked her.
Like total over the course of the run
That's
with
right.
anything that's considered a
Never
glitch is maybe 1.5 minutes,
That's her father.
2 minutes, somewhere in
All
there.
the animals she hunted.
He taught her well.
In the last panel. Her father again. Both of them.
But most of them aren't even considered glitches
Still
because
there.
this game
Quite
is
a
very,
story.
very tightly built. How do you fight when doing a speedrun? A lot of it's runic attack based. It's either runic attack based or the switch stance with the blades. Use a lot of switch stance, Talisman of the Realms to slow stuff down. Blessings of the Frost, another runic attack. That's a good part of it. But other than that, it's fighting. Just normally. About it. A lot of throwing. I'm trying to remember where the damn birds are in here. How do you do switch stance? I'll show you here in a second. They have it on both the axe and the blades. The blades is just much stronger. It's after any attack. If you wait for a second, you'll see his body goes into that like pause right there. Then you can either R1 or you can, like, that's the R1, the R2. The blades, same thing. So he goes into that like ready position. Those are all switch stance moves, and it's after basically any attack, or you can use your shield to start it. But yeah, the switch stances are very, very powerful in the game. But they're kind of late game for, like, if you're doing a standard run. NG Plus, you already have them. But they're skills that are, like, here's all the switch stance for the axe on the bottom. And same thing with the blades. Switch stances over here. Yeah, it's one of those things you gotta know that after any attack, you can be, as soon as you stop, it'll go into switch stance. So even with blocking or parrying, if you parry somebody, it'll parry, you can go into switch stance. There's only one runic attack that you can go into switch stance from, and that's the one that you love, the grapple. That one you can go into switch stance after it. But yeah, you gotta know what's where and correct times to use them. But so that's why we use Talisman of the Realms, which you get from one of the Valkyries. That's used a lot because you can slow down time and then just either do that, go into switch stance, or just do a regular hit and then start using your switch stance. Yeah, it's one of those things you have to have it first, but it's used more in New Game Plus than it is standard New Game. Standard New Game, you use a lot of the R2 throws from the axe. A lot of it, because it does more damage. A lot of R2 throws or the cleaves. Cleave is one of the first things that you get. See, even after a parry, you go straight into switch stance.
Look at this place.
A ruin.
Well, yeah. But if a dwarf built it, they must have been impressive back when he ruled.
Yeah, the R1's faster. It's just, the R2 just does more damage. That's all. It does more damage, and it won't go into the headshot mechanic. It takes 4 to get there. And you can shatter people that way too.
find out if dragons can be good or not.
Yeah, early on, you'll see a lot of juggle and wall pins, where you'll R2 to knock them in the air, and then you immediately R2 them into the wall, and it'll one-shot them. That's a big thing. It kind of depends on which run you're doing. Then there's different categories. There's a Muspelheim Trials category. There's a Valkyrie percent where you fight all the Valkyries in a row. That's what actually got me into speedrunning this, was the Valkyries. Valkyrie percent was my jam. Yeah, if they're in the air and you R2 them into a flat wall, it'll wall pin him and just freeze him and kill him. R2's really good for these guys too. Should be the last one.
We have a complete set of those now.
Boy,
Yes, sir.
Of course, he's not going to do it. There you go. Rage ability does the most damage? What, the rock? Depends on who you're throwing it at.
Father, you may want to see this. Looks like that.
So if you're
lever
wearing
over there
the
was
Zeus
real.
set, nothing does more damage than switch stance with the blades.
It feels wrong
Not
to
a
keep them in
chance.
cage like this.
your emotions again, boy.
You can't hear their thoughts. I can.
Ignore them, and ready yourself.
Okay.
We go. I keep forgetting that's on there. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm dead. Yep. Rolled right into the wall. Fine. Why do I equip every health stone? What do you mean? Why do I equip every health stone? I don't understand what you mean. No, that's gonna change. It don't work on these big fellers. So it depends. I'm burning up. Best ability for the kid? Wolves or murderer crows? Also kind of depends. Yeah, it depends on what you're going against too. If you're in a small tight space, the elk is really good. What? Never had him throw me off before. That was awesome.
What is the beast thinking now?
Yeah, it's kind of
nothing.
situational
But he was
to an
grateful
extent.
to die in battle instead of rotting in a cage.
I use murderer crows a
Your
lot,
skill is improving.
or the wolves.
You fought well, Atreus.
Thank you, Father.
But if I'm gonna be in like a tight space or like Muspelheim a lot, I'll use the elk. It's got really good cooldown and makes stuff stay in place for quite a while. And if you're wearing this set, along with, well, this chest with 2 pieces of Zeus, the squirrel. Squirrel's my favorite. Ratataska. But yeah, it can be situational. I use the squirrel a lot for like Muspelheim. Sawyer O'Brien, thank you for that follow. You want to see them? See what? The... Oh, the Zeus with the... I can show you when I finish up with the dragons here. I'll swap over and I'll show you.
Fresh air feels good.
Not leaving anybody out. Get out of here. Oh, the boys' abilities?
Take that, brother!
Yeah, the boys, like I said, I use Murderer Crow a lot. The squirrel, I use the bitter squirrel for basically fun stuff, or if it's going to be somewhere that's very lacking on health, like the 100 enemies in Muspelheim. The elks, so the elks is good for tight spots. Falcons, it's alright. And then the wolves are really good for stunning. They stun stuff really, really well. The Falcon Dive and the Boar Stampede, they're all kind of directional, so they're hit or miss sometimes. So you really gotta pay attention to like where he's at and where he's aiming, because he'll kind of aim them at you. So if there's nothing in between you and him, it's basically just a miss. Put the squirrel on. He's fun.
Squirrel?
Yes, a squirrel.
Where?
He's an ability that the boy has. And he makes really rude comments. Pretty nice.
Is he like Foamy?
Here. Show you.
Remember Foamy?
Bam.
Ratataska at your fucking service.
Oh, maybe remember
You will
Foamy.
get good
Squirrel.
someday.
Just that other cartoon that I love that you gave.
I probably would if I saw it, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
I didn't burn anything.
Yeah, just over there.
It's not gonna kill you. Look how fluffy they are.
I see.
I
you.
I whisked
Please
those.
don't eat us.
Boy,
Or that word.
prepare yourself.
I will. The squirrel doesn't do anything. He doesn't attack anybody. He just literally gives health. That's it. Health or rage. It depends on which arrows you have equipped. Blue arrows give you health.
You're welcome.
Yellow arrows give you rage. And he's got the longest cooldown, so I figured I'd use him first. But yeah, I'll switch him over. There's O-tier.
So, what happened to all the people who lived here?
Follow the clues, boy.
Right. Follow the clues.
I saw Kamal. I saw.
So, there was an evil dwarf king, and he made all these people hunt monsters.
I don't have that on this build right here. This is a fresh NG plus playthrough. I don't have Zeus on this.
We are missing a clue.
Back inside the
That's it.
castle?
When I'm done with the dragons, I will
There's nothing
switch
more
over
for us
to a
inside. But stay alert.
NG
Chain
plus.
dragons away. Perhaps you'll
better build with everything, and I'll do all that. I've done Traveler set with Zeus pieces. Now I've got to go. Conan's Guard is through here. Yeah,
uncover more about this dwarf king.
that way.
So what do you think, Mimir? What does Baldur want with us?
Well, let's look at what we know. Baldur is Odin's finest tracker, bar none. If he wants you, you have to consider the possibility that Odin wants you. And as for what Odin wants, on
Anything
this
with
I have
Zeus is
some
brutal.
expertise.
What could we have that Odin doesn't? He's like the king of gods.
Set's ridiculous.
Of the Aesir, aye. But his reach is not unlimited. And where he cannot reach, he is preoccupied with going. He's certainly tortured me enough about it over the years.
You buy or craft it, you craft it.
Wow.
Well, depending on which one you're talking about. Some of them they'll get given to you. Yeah. Just upgraded your starter armor until the end? Eh? So you can't upgrade the starter armor. You can buy stuff and then upgrade it. Or craft it, then upgrade it. Ah! Sorry. Trying to eat at the same time and dripping food. Ow!
So what happened when Tyr brought Odin to
I'm
you?
going the wrong way.
Tyr always believed the best in people, and taking Odin at his word in his desire for peace, he brought the Raven King to Jotunheim. From there, things unraveled quickly. The giants anticipated Odin's trickery and exposed his true
Yeah, it
agenda.
depends
to
on which
spy and
armor you're
steal
getting. You can
their
craft some
wisdom.
armors. Some of them
With
you get
magic,
for
they expelled Odin from their realm
drops.
and cursed him never to return.
from Valkyries.
Frustrated, Odin visited his fury upon the giants of Midgard. Thor unleashed Mjolnir's might upon any giant he could find, none could stand against the tide of slaughter that followed. And at last, it seems, with Tyr's aid, they retreated. The tower disappeared, no giants could be found in Midgard, and no man nor god has set foot in Jotunheim since.
Swing. Okay. Time to go free Reggie. And we'll get stuff for armors. Wait, is there no, it's over here. For some reason the game doesn't like this area. It'll get like a skip. There it goes. There it is. Always just right there. Has like one weird laggy spot. Dun, dun, dun.
Glory to Motzig. The dwarf, may his reign be long, prosperous.
Bye. Ow. Stop it.
We are done here.
Hello. There he is. I can't move. Why can't I move? I'm literally stuck right here. I can't move at all. Nothing is moving right there. I got stuck on something. Thanks, game. Don't go in that corner again.
Ready yourself, boy. It is over.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Ready yourself, boy.
Come here. Throw you off the bridge. No, always gonna beat him up. Never mind.
more than one dragon. He must have needed them to create this legendary armor.
Interesting thought, lad. And it makes sense. Nearly everything about dragons is useful and contains power. Teeth, scales, even excrement.
Excrement? Shit. Dragon shit is powerful?
Aye, lad. Totally powerful.
Dragon shit's powerful.
Is having fun with you.
Oh, I need
Quit moving it, boy. When the boy becomes your enemy.
Hurry, before they get back up! That's an impressive front door. Materials must be pretty special to make a legendary armor.
This legendary armor better be worth the trouble. Trust you, Atreus. I do not trust the legend.
I almost wish they were harder. Is that weird?
Sorry for being quiet. Trying to eat at the same time.
Ice magic, careful! Broccoli!
Do 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 do. Alrighty.
There he is. Or she is? Are these boy or girl giants?
Hi, Birdie.
A few ways to find out, but they're rather messy.
I guess it doesn't matter.
From downtown. Doink, 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 doink. doink, 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 doink.
Aye, give him what for?
What for? Okay. Get our cheese spot right here.
One more to go.
You enjoy freeing them.
Well, yeah. Still seems like the right thing to do.
Prepare yourself.
Last one. Let's go free him.
5.
Do 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 do. Not gonna free him yet.
Ready, father. Incoming poison!
Whee! All right, bridge, bird.
Boy,
Yes, sir.
I'm stuck again.
Need a
Good job.
So number 2.
Which enemy do I hate the most in this game?
Bigger than Vader.
Ooh.
Yes. The Dwarf King's reach appears vast.
Wonder what happened to him.
Tis a great mystery, even amongst the sons of Ivaldi. Mortsognir's behavior before his disappearance grew increasingly erratic.
Why?
The Devega,
Probably.
the very armor you find yourself searching for. Though he
Probably
found two,
Revenants.
I'd wager his failure to find the third ingredient drove him to madness.
Yeah. Revenants and Nightmares are both, they're both kind of up there.
Look out there.
Closely followed behind by the Dark Elf that I just fought. And Tatzelworms. Yeah. One side clear. Yeah, the Dark Elves, I know how to fight them really well. They're more of a pain when you can't keep your eye on them. Like in areas like that where you're trying to watch for the Tatzelworms and you can't figure out what they're doing, because they can get you cornered real quick. Solo, they're fine. The Revenants are just... they're just Revenants. They're always a pain. Do 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 do.
Prepare yourself.
I can't believe that worked.
Nope. Gotcha. Oh, the health bombs. Round in circles we go.
Wolf!
this up, boy.
Part is my favorite part in this game. Favorite part. That's kind of a toughie. If I was going based off combat, Muspelheim would be my favorite part. Like Muspelheim and Valkyries. We're doing just favorite part in general, like scene. That's a toughie too. Probably be the first time you meet Brock. Or the dad elevator. That's pretty good too.
Come here. Why did the Dwarf King want this armor so badly?
That's what you mean?
What's so special
Which one?
about it?
There are many legends.
Which one?
behind its
Combat
being
or
a suspicious amount of legends,
movie scene?
which makes confirming anything about this particular armor difficult. But the one constant among them is the ability of the armor to offer
I don't know.
ultimate
Either one's kind of
protection.
tough.
A useful attribute for an unpopular king, you see.
Yet this plagued land is all that remains of him. This
Yeah,
is why you do not trust legends, boy.
Movie scene wise, I would have to say either the elevator
What
ride
king to trust?
Yourself, your eyes, your instincts. Blind trust.
Elevator
in a
ride
legend
coming
is a
back up,
gamble, and rarely does
or
it
the
pay off.
obvious Blades of Chaos
If you
scene.
say so.
That's just incredible. When you meet Mimir, that one's awesome.
Looks like it needs 3 entry stones. Still won't open? Looks like we need 3.
The enemies are strong here. Keep your guard up.
We're in. Okay. Here we go. Huh. It's kind of run down in here.
What did you expect?
I don't know. Less ruin, I guess? Maybe the throne room's in better shape.
It's Spider-Woman.
Another one here.
Stargather. Wow, that's a lot of arms.
That's fair to say.
6, 7, 8? Could he shoot 4 bows at once?
More of a swordsman. He did only have the 2 eyes.
Sorry, Spider-Man.
Looks like Thor cut him down to size.
It's the original Spider-Man.
What he does.
Spider-Pig. 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 Does whatever else Spider-Pig does.
Do you hear that?
No. What do you hear, boy?
Crying. They're getting louder. They sound almost like Hellwalkers. That was a lot of Hellwalkers.
Thick boy.
Hey, look at this. Blood trail.
Think I got all the birds here. Check real quick. Ravens, yeah.
Where's a passage behind this throne?
A secret passage.
Well, wouldn't be a proper throne room without a secret passage.
Maldsignir. Wonder who wrote this.
Dun dun.
The things you pulled from him. Those must be the 3 mythical ingredients Brock was talking about.
I can say with utmost certainty that I've never laid eye on a stranger set of objects in my life.
They're kind of weird.
How are Brock and Cinder supposed to build with whatever they are?
Don't count the dwarves out, lad. They're right pricks, but they're resourceful. They once made an unbreakable chain out of little more than a cat's footstep and bird spit.
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, that's the legend. If you wanted sense, you shouldn't be talking to a severed head.
Point taken.
I wonder what this place looked like in better times.
Conan's Guard was a beautiful land in its heyday, before the Dwarf King's obsession poisoned his mind.
How could he let that happen?
The dwarf blindly trusted in the legend and pursued it without thought to the consequences. This is the result.
Trust is a gamble. Like you said. And the dwarf was wrong.
Got it.
We. You're it. That's all the dragons done. Go turn in the screams of the innocent and toe of a squirrel and
So,
whatever they are.
Odin wants to go where he can't reach. Are you saying he's trying to get to Jotunheim too?
Aye, it ranks among his foremost obsessions.
But that doesn't make any sense, Mimir.
Oh? When did I stop making sense?
You're saying Baldur tracked us down to find the way to Jotunheim. But that was before we knew Jotunheim is where we needed to go. That's crazy.
Except for one thing. You are headed for Jotunheim, so he was right.
I'm so confused.
Well then, clearly you've been listening.
Yeah.
Wow.
You boys look right beat.
They found the materials. But they're so weird. How do you build a piece of armor out of something so...
None yet.
Nanya?
None your fucking business. Trade secrets. We got our ways.
Oh.
Okay.
Sure, I'm
Now you can
open.
craft Rock and Sindri's armor. Sure, not too bad. Sindri's is much better than Brock's. At least in my opinion. Yeah, what are the things? Ultimate Sacrifice. Screams of the Innocent. And Dragon's Fury. Yeah. Yeah, right.
Maybe next time.
Well, that ends that part.